Of meditation. Purpose of meditation is to make you find your own self, learn about your own karma. The purpose of this meditation is to make you learn life code so you can know how to figure out your life and know if you're making the right decision or the wrong decisions and things like that. So this is the purpose of our session today. And of course, as usual, there's always some kind of festival going on when we are the Hindus have a lot of festivals. We just finished the one to the ancestors, and now this one here is about the mother. It's called Durga. The mother is sitting on the tiger here, and it represents all women. And notice why she sits on a tiger. Purpose is to contemplate the tiger, the man, because man is in constant aggression like a tiger, and therefore the woman is the one who have to calm him down, right? And it used to be in the old days, the woman was a princess and she would choose who she wants to marry. So there would be like 20 princesses or men lined up, and she said, that's the one. They're all trying to get her. And so nowadays, now is the woman running after the guys just to figure out which one is correct. So the whole idea is that the woman didn't have to worry about that in the old days. It just, every guy wants a great wife. And so, he goes after the woman. So, because the woman is going to calm the tiger. So today we're going to talk about the mother principle. In other words, the mother, the grandmother, who just walked in. The grandmother, the mother, the aunt, the sister, and everything, all have a play in your life. All have something to do with your life. And so now this next 2 weeks is called Navraatri, or what we call the night of the woman. In other words, the 9 nights we go to the sea, we pray, and we ask for the woman to become happy and to become a great mother of the universe. When women want their wishes to be felt, this is what they do in the Durga festival, which lasts from now until, it started on Tuesday, now it's going to end on Wednesday. So if you get a chance, you go to the sea as a woman, she prays to the sea and she asks for what she wants in the evening. It's the only prayer in the besides Shirat, Rat means night, that's done at night. Every other prayer is done in the morning. And so we want to do the arti in praying to Durga. And so we will do the arti to the female of the universe. Lakshmi is a form of Durga. In other words, Lakshmi comes from Durga. You know why? Because from the woman comes wealth. Right? The woman is the goddess of wealth. She's the one who gives you the money, gives you the wealth and everything. The man does bring the wealth. He works. But she's the one who keeps the home, makes the home happy and so on. So Lakshmi is the form of Durga, comes from Durga, and then Saraswati comes from Durga. Because why Saraswati comes from Durga? Because Durga again is the mother, she's the first teacher, who teaches the child. And then the word is always Ma first, not Pa. Ma, universal mother. The mother of the universe is every woman. Every woman is the mother of the universe. One woman alone can have enough children to fill up this whole world. Children and children and children and children. One woman can produce all of that. So every woman is known as the universal mother. And from the woman comes everything else. Everything that you see around you came from a person born woman. The chair you're sitting on, the floor you're sitting on, all came from a person who made that, born woman. So without the mother, nothing comes. So that's why in this next 2 weeks, we honor the mother. Every year, during the time of harvest and the time of spring, we have the 2 holidays that honors the woman. because it's the time of spring, the time of planting, the time of pregnancy. That's to impregnate the earth. And in the time of harvest, which is now, is the time when they reap the crops and get the food. So mother, in a sense, the earth, feeds us. So this prayer you heard just now is extolling the greatness of the mother. It is a mother when you cut your finger and you run to mom, and mom, rubs it a little bit and everything, and you feel better. And when mom cooks for you and everything, you come to mom's house, the food tastes totally different, of course, than if you had gotten somewhere else. So there's no greater person than mother. And so mother is what we're going to concentrate on today, because mother is what gives you your identity, your karma, your experience, your love life, the way you enjoy your love, the way you enjoy your life, the way you have children, the way you work, the way you treat your boss, the way you treat your job, the way you treat your girlfriend, or the way you treat your boyfriends. It's all because of mother. You go back to the time when mom was pregnant with you, and you're going to find your identity here. The thing is, the fraction never thinks it's a fraction. It always thinks it's a whole. Right? But we're all fractions. We're all part of the whole. Right? So you came from the grandmother and the great-grandmother, and you came from the mother and everything. So therefore you are a fraction. So that's why you need to remember that, and that will make you humble. But we don't remember that, and we have pride. So today we're going to talk about pride that damages your identity, that makes you not fulfill your purpose. If I ask each one of you in here, what is your purpose? You say, well, something to make money. Do you ever think about what your purpose is? Like, okay, let's say we take away the house, we take away the job, we take away the money, and we take away everything. Then what is your purpose?
To exist.
Huh? Just to exist?
No, that's the point.
Well, that's like feeding a dog.
That's the
The
beginning.
dog exists.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
To serve others.
As human, to
Sure.
find your purpose, find yourself. Because the guy who had a lot of money, and he was doing very well, and he had a big business, and he had a big house, and he had all of these cars and Mercedes-Benz and everything, suddenly ends up in jail, lost everything. IRS took away whatever, court took it away. And he's left in jail, and what is he left with now?
Just himself.
With himself. I see jail as a good thing sometimes, because it makes the person find themselves, find what is the purpose of their life. So today I want you to take away everything. I'm going to take away everything from you today. The business, everything, I want to take away everything, all these things. The job, the money, every problem. Take away everything. Let's put you in prison now, in 4 walls. And let's see what is your purpose. Right? That is a form of meditation that will help you in every aspect of your life. So that's what we're going to do now before we do our meditation, is to think that you have nothing. You're in this prison, 4 walls, they have to feed you, they have to clothe you, whatever, but you are in this place that you only can be in this room with yourself. So you're in prison today. You're in 4 walls. What is the first thing you're going to think about?
Why am I
Eating.
Why am I here? You said that? Why am I here? That's the first thing that I ask question is, why am I here? Why am I in this four-wall of prison. And the next question is, what did I do to get here? What did I do to make it happen? So then he's going to look first as to why is he here, and then he's going to say, well, what did I do to cause this? What did I do to cause this to happen? So then he's going to start looking at his actions that he did, right? And you come to some kind of a realization, right? He says, what did I do to get here? Is it what was I doing? What was the action that created it? So your action creates what happens to you, right? And then he's going to say, well, what's going to happen next? Of course, he's going to say, well, okay, where am I going next? Right? Because he's in there now, 2-3 days, maybe a week, in prison. And he's going to say, well, what am I going to do next? Because he's going to start thinking now. Is what am I going to do next? How am I going to solve my situation? Get out of these four walls. Right? Well, in the old days, you didn't get food. You had to find food. You get food maybe once a day. And now you're getting 3 meals in the prison. So he's getting ready for it. He can't wait to get to dinner. So and so on. But then again, after a while now, he starts to think again, what am I going to do next? Right? So now he starts to find purpose. He starts to go and join the library to read the book. He starts to get the music. Right? And if he's not a smoker, he will probably not get cigarette, or he'll get cigarette if he's a smoker. He starts to find things to do. Right? So technically, we don't find ourselves until we lose everything. We don't find ourselves until we lose everything. Right? Like someone will come and say, well, I wish I knew he was like that, I would have done things differently. Then you would not have gone. Right? Or, I wish that I wasn't so much of an ego, I had so much pride in my life. So pride is the first thing, or what you call ego is really pride, is the first thing that takes you into the wrong path and makes you lose your purpose. Right? So for a moment, you have to think that if you are not happy, it has to be because of something that you are doing. If you're not happy, because there's different forms of prison. The prison is not just the wall. You can be at home with your husband and still be in prison. Being lonely. Nobody talks. There's no communication. You can be in your bed, sleeping with the guy, and still be in prison. Because he turns his back, and you in this wall of loneliness, rejection. Right? So you can be in prison even with your children, because they're gone, and you're left in this again, no? Right? So prison is not really prison there. You can be prison in your own sense. And so the only way is to break out of that prison. You have to break out of that prison now. Get out of prison now. Right? Now if I was in jail, I'd probably meditate every day on the Lord, asking forgiveness. Not telling him that I'm glad I'm in prison, but asking forgiveness for the mistakes I've made to be there. Right? But the idea is, how do we get out of this prison? Prison of the mind, prison of the walls, prison of the love life, prison of the home. And the first thing we have to think about is devotion.